Continue our coverage of the Avalon International Air Show 2009. Yes, you can hear the FA-18 Hornets screaming by. Rawlo's in the co-pilot seat of a Hercules. It's celebrating its 51st year in the Royal Australian Air Force. And joining us in the captain's seat, where he rightly belongs, is the Royal Australian Air Force Captain, Lachlan Stone. Welcome to News Geelong, Captain.
G'day, it's good to be with you. Thanks, Graham.
How comfortable in that captain's seat? Been there for a while?
Yeah, I've been here for about 6 months now, so it's starting to get quite comfortable, and I'm looking forward to a bit more time in here.
Now, I can imagine the younger ladies out there in viewing land will be saying, "Boy, gee, he looks a young top flight, Tom Cruise." How long have you been in the Air Force?
I've been in the Air Force now for about 6 years, so a fair while now, and starting to build up a bit of time and going to a fair few places and enjoying my time with the Hercs.
And where was the career choice for aviation made for you?
Like most pilots at a very young age, going to air shows when I was a teenager and things like that, and being able to go flying when I was about 16, so I managed to go at an early age and enjoy the joys of flying then.
So flying an aeroplane before you drove a car virtually?
Oh yeah, certainly. I started flying before I was legally allowed to drive, so that was a big joy to be able to do that.
51 years, or into the 51st year of the Hercules. It has been a wonderful, in inverted commas, warhorse for the Royal Australian Air Force.
Yeah, it's a great aircraft. It works extremely hard for all of the operations that we do and the humanitarian assistance that we do around the world. There's great things that we've done in East Timor, the Solomons, PNG. I've been involved in both of the flood relief that we've done in the last couple of years. We've done the tsunami assist, obviously, on the Boxing Day that we can all remember, and then we've still got operations going on in the Middle East where a lot of our boys are at the moment.
We look at the complicated configuration of this cockpit, viewers, and by gee, you get carried away with the amount of dials and electronics. One thing I can, though, do, viewers, is I can say that this is where we are at here in our great city of Geelong. The rest I'll leave up to Captain Lachlan Stone to explain to us. Just a brief overview of what's involved with this magnificent piece of machinery.
Yeah, well, the avionics is, once you get used to it, quite simple in terms of operating. It's been designed for people to operate, and all of our information comes up on the heads-up display up here. It's the same type of stuff that you would have seen from fighters and things like that, and it'll show you your instruments and your navigation, and so we're able to look straight out the front and be able to fly without having to look down and then transition to looking outside. And this is a scrolling map that we use as we're flying along, so we'll fly along and it will show us where we're flying over and any sort of route that we put on there. Other than that, everything else, we've got pressurisation systems, anti-icing, and just the normal type of stuff that you'd have on an aircraft.
Now, with the particular screens, which for our viewers may look like, like sun visors that you put down in your motor car, but actually when you look into them, you have got a lot of illuminated green figurations that, as you say, transposing from the instruments to right in front of the pilot's eyes. Has that always been part of the Hercules, or is that something that has been built in as technology's improved?
No, it's only just come on with the J model. We bought these aircraft in '99. So in terms of aircraft life, this is quite a new aircraft. And so the difference between this and the earlier generation, say the H or the E, is that we've got a glass cockpit. So we've got the 4 displays in front of us that you can see, which are known as heads down displays, so HDDs as we commonly call them. And the heads up display, the HUD, which I mentioned earlier, is a new addition as well. And all of the systems that you can see have actually been automated and made into an easier system to operate in terms of switches and selections.
Now you've come down to the Avalon International Air Show for 2009, and it's certainly been a very revelation having the Hercules here, because a lot of people are saying, well, you know, she's been around for half a century. She's a great plane.
Yeah, definitely. The Herc's been around for ages, and this is the latest variant of it, and it's definitely a pleasure to fly it and come down here to share it with the general public and all the trade people that are here today to let them come on board and have a look over and share their experience. There's a lot of people that have either travelled on one or flown one or been a navigator or a flight engine or something like that, and they're able to come up and spin a yarn and share a story and maybe a brew.
Lachlan, what's the next step for Captain Lachlan Stone in your career direction with the Royal Australian Air Force?
Well, the next step from here is just, continue going up the steps of upgrades with what you can do in the Herc with airdrop and that sort of fun stuff, low-level flight. And from there, probably go on to being a flying instructor and hopefully seeing a few of the smiling faces that we have here today in an Australian Air Force Herc.
And let me tell you, viewers, he had some very happy smiling faces from some ladies from our great city of Geelong as they were being shown over the cockpit by the co-pilot who acts under the leadership of Captain Lachlan Stone. Lachlan, thank you very much for your time. Welcome to Geelong. I know your home city is?
I'm actually from Fremantle, Western Australia, so it's
you're a docker?
No, I'm going to offend a few people. I'm actually a West Coast fan. They were around a lot longer than the Dockers, so I'm going to stick by my team.
The Weagles.
Oh, come on, leave them alone.
the worst foed Weagles, we call them over here.
Oh, come on. They'll beat the Cats again in another premiership.
Yes, we will play off, but one thing that's interesting here, when the West Coast Eagles and Geelong play each other each season, they play for the Geelong United Way Cup, which is one of the Geelong United Way is a major charity here in Geelong, and we have the theme of Give Where You Live. And at the present time, who holds the cup? Geelong.
And we're willing to take it back off you.
Captain Lachlan Stone has been our very special guest aboard the wonderful Hercules in its 51st year of service out here at the Avalon International Air Show for 2009 in our great city of GWE, LNG. There it is, on the map, Geelong.